Thank you. And you know what? I've layered that multi-bell bracelet with this one that's coming up. So we've got, this is from Novica.
Right.
So it is either your average size or your large. The average is going to be 7¼ inches, 7½ inches, excuse me. The large will be 8¼ inches. And for the large, it happens to be 6 easy payments of $19, and the average 6 easy payments of $18.17. Gorgeous, because we've got the combination of a beautiful, are we calling this our wheat chain or rice chain?
Well, this is actually what we call a Tulan Naga.
A Tulan Naga.
Tulan Naga, which means tail of the dragon, because it's one of the strongest possible chains that you can ever do. But again, it's only women. Only women can weave this chain.
And then this beautiful bell with this bar and toggle close. And go ahead, do the sound.
Isn't that wonderful? This is one of my very favorite pieces in all of Artisan-Crafted, and I actually have this at my desk. And every once in a while, I'll just sit there and ring it. And of course, everybody wants to come over and look, and tell them I'm driving them crazy.
Right, exactly.
Right. But,
Peyton's ringing the bell again.
Yeah, he's ringing the bell again. He must want something.
Yeah.
But it's just that soft, sweet sound. It's not only the sound, but when you look at it and you see the details and you know the love that Zaid put into every single bell. And every bell's a little bit different, so your bell is going to be unique to you.
Look at that. And again, each one of these spirals, right?
Right. They're called Buddha curls.
They're Buddha curls.
And that's his signature.
Individually. Do you remember when you were a child and you had like Play-Doh, and you'd roll the Play-Doh into kind of a snake shape, and then you would make a curl, and then you kind of mash it down a little bit? That's exactly what it looks like that he's done in this sterling silver, right? And this beautiful, tight weave that we have on the bracelet. It is really good looking, and what an easy piece to layer. We're always talking about layering our chains. I just want to let you know where the bell is. So the bell is located on the loop that you'll put the toggle through. So it's not a bell that is sliding along the chain itself. So you'll put the toggle through, and that bell will be on the toggle. So the whole piece, like where you see the action, is this look. And then you've got this gorgeous, sleek bracelet. So talk about layering with other bracelets that you might have. If you've got other bead bracelets, if you've got gemstone bracelets.
You have
if
Extraordinary Life.
Yeah, Extraordinary Life bracelets.
Right.
If you happen to pick up, and I know we sold out of this, but the 9 planets bracelet, and you want to layer it with that, you absolutely may. It just gives you that international global look. Let's talk about this more.
Let's talk about this more. Well, he calls this the Buddha curl, but actually this curl, that's much, much older. That is the oldest known art form of man. It was found over 24,000 in caves in Africa from over 24,000 years ago. And what it does is it represents the cycle of life. The seasons, that it repeats itself every year. We have seasons, we have the moon comes up, it goes down. The sun comes up, it goes down. The seasons come, the seasons go. Life, you're born, you live, you're gone.
Right. Yeah.
So it's all about the whole symbol of life, which I love. But Zaid calls it Buddha curls to give great homage actually to his temple, the Borobudur temple in Java, which is where he was born.
Oh my goodness, I just love this. And I love, you actually traveled to Bali to meet
Absolutely.
With all the craftsmen.
Right. And
Zaid, what is he like?
He's an incredible man. He's very family oriented. He brought his family over from the island of Java, but he goes back and he's done this really based on the important things in his life, in his religion, in his life growing up. You have the bell, which is representative of stupas, which is a Sanskrit word for bell from the Borobudur temple. You have the clapper, which is a clove, which is based on his village. And he moved from Java to Bali, and he trained with the most famous jewelry designer in all of Bali. We've all heard of him. And you can see that in his detail. You can see that in his workmanship. You can see that in every single part that he puts into this. And then, of course, let's not forget the chain.
Right.
Zaid can't make the chain. He's a
Right,
man.
the women make the chain.
Only the women can make the chain. So about 8 inches. So each bracelet, it takes about 1 day just
to make the
braid
8-inch,
chain.
right, exactly. And so you're looking at an 8 1/4-inch large chain, right? For the bracelet itself, that took 2 days for the women to weave the chain part.
Right, right.
Yep, for an individual woman, shall I say. It's J263065, that's your item number. You know what, I actually was layering, but I love the idea of one, just have this on your wrist. A beautiful, clean dragon's tail. Is that what it is?
Yes,
I love
tulang naga.
How do I say that?
Tulang naga.
Tulang naga.
Dragon, right, tail of the dragon.
Tail of the dragon.
Because it's very, very strong and very flexible.
Look how pretty that is. And then, when you said that there's a very famous jeweler there, that very famous jeweler, of course, has the very high-end, exquisite jewelry, prestige jewelry shop that you probably are aware of, who has some, kind of an aesthetic that is a little bit similar to this. You're looking at this 6 months of easy pay of, if you have the 7.5-inch, $18.17. This is a $20 bill alert. You're looking at a precious metal sterling silver chain coming all the way to you from Bali, created by Zaid,
Makaram.
by one person,
Right.
Exactly, that you're able to take advantage of and get this home for anywhere from $19 for the 18 1/4-inch to that $18.17 for the 7.5-inch. I said earlier, and I started in this show, that I love bracelets, and on my Facebook page, come to my Facebook page, I have something called Wednesday Wrist Wrap, which is all about, dynamic movement on the wrist, because I love bracelets, and I love bracelets because it's jewelry that I get to see and enjoy myself.
Right.
So I love loading it up and layering pieces, and something that is dynamic. It might be colorful, it might be something that has a saying, it might be a piece of religious bracelet that I'll have on, but I love the idea of adding sound to your bracelet.
And I'm sitting here ringing it, but that's not what it's going to sound. It's not going to be quite that loud. I'm really dinging it. So it's going to be more, a much softer, more like that.
So pretty.
When you sing.
And the other thing about it is that if you happen to be getting this for somebody, or maybe you're buying it for yourself, or you're going to buy one for yourself and maybe one for a girlfriend or a favorite friend, every time that bell rings or every time she moves, she'll think of you.
Right.
And it's one thing to have a piece that they look down on it and they see and they think of you, but that sound. So not only will you have a visual kind of connection to that person, but there'll be that auditory connection of, wow, that bell's ringing. That's the bracelet that fill in the blank got for me, or something like that. J263065 is your item number on this. Remember, these are sterling silver pieces, so this is not base metal that you're getting home. You're getting sterling silver that is from halfway around the world. How long does it take? Take me to the trip to Bali. How long does it take to get there?
Let's see. We go through Thailand. So Thailand is about 28 hours. And then Bali, and then of course, if you set in the airport, it would be a 3-hour, 4-hour layover. And then it's another, I think, 4 to 6 hours. So it's a long day and a half.
So instead of you doing the long day and a half travel, all you need to do is call us and say, hey, I'd like the 7.5-inch. And I'm sorry, Scott, in the 500 of these have been spoken for. We're getting limited, though, in the large size. That's the 8 1/4. So all you have to do is, from the comfort of your bed or your sofa or wherever you happen to be sitting right now,